Welcome to the Romance Podcast. We are so glad to be back in the beautiful state of Illinois because we spent all weekend in Wisconsin. Why were we there?
For the Morgan Wallen, Miranda Lambert, Ella Langley concert.
Yes, it was so fun. That was actually my big birthday present. My birthday was in May.
Now we went out for your birthday.
Yes.
I want to say that because I remember I was talking about this on my morning show, and people I wanted to clarify. We did something on your birthday. We did a baseball game, took you out to dinner. This was your present, though, was tickets to the concert.
We addressed this on the last episode. I thought the Cubs-White Sox game and the Argentinian steakhouse dinner was good enough for me. That was a great birthday. But no, the quote-unquote gift was the Morgan Wallen concert. I love Morgan Wallen. You love Morgan Wallen.
Yes.
Arguably the biggest country star on the planet right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Miranda Lambert was direct support. She actually opened right before Morgan, and you love Miranda Lambert.
I was so excited. I'd never seen Miranda Lambert. She's got that bad bitch music. Okay, I couldn't wait.
We realized that all her crazy girl songs are your favorite songs. You guys both have that crazy energy.
Gunpowder and Lead is my absolute favorite song. And you could tell because I screamed it at the top of my lungs and knew every word.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Yes.
Okay. And it reminded me, I told you as I was screaming it and you were kind of laughing at me afterwards and calling me a little bit crazy, which is fine. I don't care. But afterwards, shut up.
A lot of it crazy.
Afterwards, I saw this video once when they were guys country music, and I was I love my trucks and fishing and my wife and my dog, and then I was girls country music. It's I should have fucking killed him. And I'm it's so true.
It is true. Yeah, guys are simple, fishing, trucks, baseball.
Yeah, whatever.
Girls are I'm gonna destroy his life. Yeah, that's how it is. Anyway, so
and it's a hit, baby.
And I will tell you, women, girls love Miranda Lambert. She definitely tapped into that crazy girl thing. Mm-hmm. The opening act was someone who I love, Ella Langley.
She's great.
She's I don't even want to say up and comer anymore because she's winning all these awards, but she's newer. So it was a phenomenal concert. Morgan's the headliner. Again, he's huge. Miranda Lambert right before him, and then Ella Langley opened the show.
It was honestly a mini music festival. I kept saying that. I mean, you're going to see 3 artists in a row that you wanted to see.
Yeah.
Altogether, you're looking at almost 4 hours of music. Ella Langley did, I would say, at least a 45-minute set she did.
Probably, yeah.
Miranda did an hour, and then Morgan did 2. So, I mean, it was almost 4 hours of music, live music.
So it was actually at a place called Camp Randall, which was the University of Wisconsin's football stadium. So I was kind of Googling it a little bit. I think the football stadium holds about, was it 80,000 people?
Yeah, it may have been 60,000.
Well, no, but the football stadium itself, when it was a football game, holds about 80,000 people, maybe more. But for a concert, it holds 60,000 people, the way they configure everything.
Which I found super confusing because you don't sit on the field during a football game, but you can sit on the field during the concert. How would it be less?
There's part of the music venue stadium setup that is blocked because of the stage. I don't know. I really don't know.
Maybe.
I never fight Google. I feel like it's always right. Anyway, so we're looking at about 60,000 people at Camp Randall in Wisconsin, and he sold out not just 1, but 2 nights in a row, which was awesome. I mean, this dude is huge. But the cool thing about it is that Ella Langley said this as she was opening up, said that it was the first concert at Camp Randall in 28 years. They hadn't done concerts in a very, 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 very long time.
1997 Rolling Stones was the last concert there.
The Rolling Stones were the last concert before Ella, Miranda, and Morgan Wallen.
And it was funny because she goes, was anybody at that concert? And I didn't think that venue could get quiet, but there she goes, all right, I was just wondering. It was kind of funny.
I think she said, well, I wasn't born either.
Yeah,
she's
it's okay. I was just wondering. It was funny.
Yeah, so it was very, very historic. I guess they're having concerts back at Camp Randall in Wisconsin, and Coldplay is going to be there later on this month as well. Mm-hmm. I will say, and we'll get to it, logistically, they weren't really ready for a concert. I feel like there are some things they can improve on for as these concerts happen. And
obviously it's not a well-oiled concert machine yet. They hadn't done it in so long. Because when you're doing these football stadium concerts, you need more information because the concert is going to have different rules and stuff like that and a different setup than the football stadium. And I felt like that wasn't we talked to multiple different people and we were always kind of getting told something different.
Yeah.
Or we were told that we couldn't do certain things. And we saw people there like with those items.
Well,
so yeah.
Okay, I was going to go in order, but forget it. Since you brought it up, it was really, 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 really hot.
You don't understand. Like, and I love heat. I lived in Florida, and my entire time living in Florida, never once did I say it's too hot. I love heat. But we're just in hell. I thought I had died and gone to the wrong place, for sure.
You weren't ready for Midwestern heat because
it was pissed off heat. Is
95 to 100 degrees on Saturday, and which is fine, whatever, it is what it is. So I called because we have these, because we're a baseball family. I have these like neck air conditioners that you put on, right? And they're actually pretty cool. It's like little neck fans, and they cool you off on a hot summer day.
They do cool down your body a lot.
So I called because we're trying to figure out like what kind of bag she could bring, like a clear bag.
Because here's the thing, this is not like if you bring your stuff in and they're like, no, you can't have that. Are you trekking over 20 minutes back to your car? Are you throwing your stuff? Because it's 40 minutes round trip then, right? So like to put something away. So odds are you're probably going to get rid of it so you don't miss part of the concert. And it's like, I didn't want to be throwing away a nice bag, our air conditioners. Like I was kind of stressed about it because I didn't want to throw things away.
So Camp Randall, they don't allow beverages and food in, but they made an exception because it was so hot. They said every person could bring in an unopened bottle of water, which is cool.
Cool.
They could have been cheap about it and said, no, greedy. Like, no, buy our water. But
cool.
They were cool. But so I called the box office. First off, when you're trying to call someone these days, it's so hard to get any human on the phone. Recordings, robots, different things, whatever. So I called like 3 or 4 different times the box office. Finally got someone on the phone. She was very, very nice. And I go, hey, I know you have like a prohibited list and a non-prohibited list, but like,
but not every item can be on there. They can't. There's not like peacocks on there, but you can't bring a peacock. Okay.
Right. So neck air conditioners are not on the list, either yes or no. Either way. So I called. She goes, "Yeah, you can't bring that in." I'm like, "Oh, you sure? Yeah, no, you can't do it."
And we were so bummed. We were so bummed.
I'm like, "Okay, fine." So we get to the concert, and we'll talk about our truck there and everything in a little bit. But we get there, and all I'm doing is pointing out people who are wearing neck air conditioners. They are definitely allowed at Camp Randall, and there were probably thousands of them in the crowd.
But none on us.
None on us. 2 people who did not have neck air conditioners were Kenzie and Roman.
I was so mad.
Because that lady who I thought was being nice lied to us.
She wanted us to die.
Yeah. I think she heard my Chicago accent and was like, nah, y'all Chicagoans aren't welcome here. But,
I don't know, but she wanted us to burn in hell, apparently.
Anyway, so it was a lot of driving the past like 4 or 5 days. Tristan, our 11-year-old, had his final travel baseball tournament of the year, and it was actually coincidentally in Wisconsin. It was in Mauston.
The Dells almost. Yeah, like right around the Dells.
Mauston, Wisconsin. And so I had a doubleheader on Thursday. I drove early in the morning, 3 hours there, watched both games, 3 hours home. Okay, fine. We had a meeting downtown on Friday in Chicago, so we drove, let's say, maybe 3 hours round trip with traffic, right? So now it's time for Camp Randall, the Morgan Wallen concert on Saturday, and now we drive about, 2 hours?
2 hours there, 2 hours back.
So a lot of driving, but it was a fun drive, me and you. It was just me and you. Tristan was at baseball. Marina was being watched by my cousin Linda, and it was just Kenzie and Roman in the car, which was very refreshing, wasn't it?
It was so nice to not take care of everybody in a car.
Yeah.
Like, it was just nice to sit in the car and do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Because 90% of the time, I just sit in the back seat all the time now. Because if we are driving a long distance, I don't want Tristan to get stuck, quote unquote, like babysitting. Because Marino gets fussy in the car seat and wants to play. So I feel like I'm always in the back seat. I'm always entertaining somebody. I'm always switching with Tristan. And I'm like, and then I get kind of bitter because I feel like you and Tristan get to sit in the front seat and do whatever you want to do.
Kind of bitter. I think you get bitter.
Yeah, because you guys are just like hanging out and then I'm stuck like working.
For the record, I'm also driving the family.
You're literally not though because you have a Tesla and it drives itself. So you're actually literally not.
I have to be aware and pay attention so my family's life is safe.
Yeah, right.
So like, he's doing nothing. I'm driving the car.
You wouldn't trade with me for $1 million for me to drive the car and then you
hate driving.
I may not hate it as much as that.
Anyway, so we make the car ride out to Madison. Now, because I do have a Tesla, we had to charge somewhere. So we went to there's different chargers that you can go to, and you picked one out actually. It was close to the venue. It was
part of his birthday gift, as I had everything taken care of. So I had the babysitter already scheduled, and I found a charger for our car because it was near several good restaurants. Yeah. So I wanted to be like, you pick whatever restaurant we go to because it's like part of your birthday thing. So I found this one. And it's near good food because that's the thing with chargers is like a lot of times they're in like a grocery store parking lot or something, but we wanted to eat during that time. So I had mapped everything out, like the details.
So you picked this charger. It was close to the venue, but and then the Tesla app will also tell you like how many stalls are available to charge. And it kept saying 2, and then it said 1. I'm like, okay, well, it's busy, but there's still 1 stall available. So we get up there, and I'm looking, and if there's 8 stalls, let's say, 6 of them are Teslas, and they're taken. And there is 1 open, but there's a non-Tesla next to that open stall, and it's an electronic truck.
It was like an F-150.
Yeah, I think it was a Ford. And this dude had to park like the opposite way of how you're supposed to park to be able to plug in. And by doing that, he blocked both effing stalls. So what happened was, at a very busy Tesla supercharger, there was 1 open stall that I could not get into.
He took 2 stalls.
I was so mad.
And mind you, you may go, mad. Okay, well, what if you have no other choice? First off, I'm pretty sure it was a hybrid vehicle and it was next to a gas station. So there's a lot of those. There's a Jeep where I work that's hybrid. It can take gas or that. So I'm pretty sure it was a hybrid vehicle. On top of that, there were normal non-Tesla EV chargers next to it.
A whole bank of them.
So that was also an a-hole move because you could have parked there with your non-Tesla, right?
Yeah.
Now, here's my thing. If it's an emergency, if you're trying to get juice, again, hybrid vehicle, so you could have gotten gas if it was an emergency, but whatever. If it wasn't a busy stall, okay, right? No problem. I get it. The fact that it was slammed, there was a line behind us.
We're waiting.
That car was parked there for well over 15, 20 plus minutes. So this wasn't like, I'm going to plug in for 5 or 10 minutes, get just enough to get home. I feel like an a-hole. I'm taking 2. There was a gas station. It was across from a gas station. There were other EV chargers, okay? And you could have gotten a quick buzz and then moved. He kept that ish there for like somewhere between 30 minutes to an hour, like an a-hole taking up 2 spots. It was so inconsiderate and so rude.
And so Kenzie's like, well, do something. Call somebody. I'm like, who am I going to call? Elon Musk?
You should get a
like,
ticket.
Well,
that vehicle should get ticketed.
It should. You're right.
For
but
taking up 2 stalls. Like, I don't understand why it wouldn't.
I just don't know who to call. The police? I mean, who am I going to call? It's like one of those things where it's like...
Well, Tesla does give out fines, you said, like, via their app and stuff like that. Like, if you stay longer than you're supposed to.
If you stay too long after you're charged,
so I'm surprised you can't report a vehicle and, like, submit it or something on the Tesla
This is
app.
like old school where I wish I had a key because I would have keyed his car because he was a douche. But, like...
I said that and you said I can't.
But now, like, no one has, like, old school keys anymore. You have fobs and, like, you can't...
He was just, like, such a... Like, and again, in emergency situations, I'd go, oh my gosh, there's nothing else here. But there was a gas station and other EV chargers. And it was like, it was just flat out, I'm just going to be selfish. I'm going to take up 2 because I want to charge here.
It was super inconsiderate for sure. But anyways, so we waited about 20 minutes, which is like, we timed it out to like get to the charger.
And it wasn't him that left because you best believe I would have said something, but he never came back.
So thankfully a different Tesla owner left and we charged in. And then you had picked a nice restaurant around that area. It was called Unami.
It was like Unami, Ramen, and Dumpling Bar.
Because
I think was the
nothing screams country music like a dumpling and a poke bowl.
Well, they had like really good bao buns, and I thought it would be fun. It looked awesome. It looked really cute. It was in an old house. I was kind of excited to go there. And also with it being like disgustingly hot out, like I don't want to have like a chili dog or so. You know what I mean? Like you feel like it felt like it was very fresh and felt good.
We had bao buns that were delicious. We had the poke bowls that were delicious.
And I was excited. I wanted to get like a nice. So my thing is like I'm not like anti-alcohol at all, but I am spoiled girl alcohol. So I like a cocktail. I don't want to drink like, seltzers really or canned anything. It just doesn't do a lot for me. It's not that it's horrible. It just doesn't do a lot for me.
You're bougie.
I like a good craft cocktail. And to be honest, it's like, well, if I don't like the taste of it, I really don't understand the point of drinking it. So I just won't have alcohol otherwise. So I was excited to go to like this restaurant. I knew they have like a sake margarita type vibe and they did. So I was all excited. So we go. The food's awesome.
It was good. Very good. Yeah.
We were the only people there. I will say the waitress said something kind of weird when we walked in. Maybe she just like didn't like my vibe. But we walked in, and mind you, there was only one other table there because we were having dinner at like 3:30.
It was early.
It was a really early dinner, so nobody else was there. So we walk in, and it was heavily air conditioned, which felt amazing because we walked outside for like 10 minutes to get there in this heat. Yeah. And Justin goes, "Do you want to sit outside or inside?" And like the waitress was asking too, and I go, definitely inside, because I knew that we were going to be outside after this almost the whole night. I'm like, get our air conditioning now.
Well, and I said that because she's always cold.
Right.
Always cold. So I was like, you sure the air conditioning not too much for you?
I'm like, no, I'm sweating right now. And so he makes a joke. So the waitress is just kind of staring at us. Like I go, oh, we're going to be outside all night. We'll sit inside. And instead of like smiling or anything, she's just kind of stared at us. And then he goes, well, I'll give her 10 minutes and then she'll probably want to be outside because then she'll be cold. Just kid. Like it was obviously a joke. And she goes, well, once you order food, you're just going to have to stay there. So make a commitment. And I'm like, I go, we're fine. Thank you. And like also, there's one other table here. If I felt like moving outside in 10 minutes, I think that we could, like, I would never stress waitresses out if they didn't have the room or the space, but it's like, there's no one here. The other table had already eaten. Relax.
It was an odd first impression because she ended up being very nice. I thought she was very nice.
No, she wasn't our waitress. We never talked to her again.
Oh, she wasn't?
No.
Oh, who was that girl then?
She was the hostess or waitress. Yeah, so we never talked to her again.
Oh, I thought she was nice. Okay. Whatever.
Okay, so our waitress was nice.
Yeah,
our waitress
was nice. Yeah.
So that wasn't even our waitress.
Okay, so we had a really, really good dinner at like 3:30. But the funniest part of the entire eating experience was for weeks leading up to the Morgan Wallen concert, Kenzie had this grand idea. Why don't you tell them what your idea was?
So I came across on my timeline this really cute dance, and I don't think I've ever done a TikTok dance before, ever. Okay, but it's actually not a TikTok dance; it's a line dance
on TikTok.
And yeah, like I saw it there, but a girl who's an actual line dancer developed it. Okay, so it wasn't like Addison Rae or some crap. Yeah. Okay, so anyways. It was so cute, and it was the remix of the song "Dangerous" with Twista.
Yeah.
Wetter. Yeah.
Wetter. By the way, I love Morgan Wallen and I love Twista. I never thought they would come together.
Oh my god!
By the way, it's an unofficial remix. It's not like
but it's so good.
It is really good for sure.
I love it. So it's so good. So I've been obsessed with it, and there's a really, really cute dance with it. And I was like, I want to learn this, and then when I'm all dressed up, I want to do the dance before going to Morgan Wallen because I'll be in a vibe. But I'm not shy to like do my job. So I can speak publicly and do my job. I can do this. I am very uncomfortable filming TikToks or anything like that. Because I feel like people are going to think that you're like this annoying influencer. Thinks everybody like, I just want to do something cute. Like I'm scared of like all the stuff that comes with it. Like people are going to see you and put like, oh, she thinks she's great. She thinks she looks hot. She thinks she's that. And I'm like, I don't think any of that. I just want to do this fun TikTok, like whatever.
Yeah.
So I get really insecure about it. So we leave the restaurant and I go, Justin, let's go to the back of the parking lot. And he's like, what are you talking about? And I go, there's no one here. It's 3:30. Yeah. I don't want to go to the front of the restaurant because then people inside could see me. So let's go all the way like to the back of the parking lot, kind of behind a food truck so I could do this dance.
Yeah.
And I did it a few times. I hated it. I don't know. I was just in my head. I was so embarrassed to do it. I feel like the dance looked like ass because I was like.
But you were embarrassed in front of your husband?
Yes.
Because it was only me.
I know, but then I was like, someone's going to see me. And like, I was so embarrassed about the whole thing that the dance just looked stupid.
I thought it looked great.
Because I couldn't get all cute about it because I was so uncomfortable doing it. So anyways, I'm like, never mind. I tried like 3 times. I'm like, I hate the video. I also look fat in the video. You do not look fat. Stop it. I look like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
I think you should post it. I do.
It looks... No,
it's cute.
No, you want me to be humiliated. How dare you?
Why would I want that?
Because, like, I don't know. You just, like, want me to get made fun of or something.
No, I don't.
So, anyways.
It was cute. It was not anywhere near as bad as she is trying to make it seem.
It just sucked. And, like, I had this, like, you know when you have something in your head and it's just, like, I look way fatter than I thought I was going to. I'm super insecure about recording the video, so it's not turning out as cute as I wanted to. And I'm like, just never mind.
The problem is that you are very confident in certain parts of your life. And dancing apparently is not one of them. So what was happening is, as I was filming you, is you were counting in your head. You were trying your best to
because I think I was so nervous about getting it perfect because I didn't want to do it again.
Right.
So I'm like, I just want to do this really fast. So I'm like, okay, I have to do it absolutely perfect. And instead of just like, vibing out, I know how to do this dance and having fun. I was like, I just want to get it done. Do it fast. And then it like looked like that. And I was like, whatever. I hate this. So this made me want to die. It's like, you guys, my biggest fear happened. So I'm like, never mind. I want to be done. What if someone sees me? Let's just leave. And mind you, I was in the back of the parking lot, kind of hidden by a food truck. No one out there behind the restaurant. There wasn't like a bunch of windows or anything.
There were windows, but
they were pretty blind. It wasn't like that. Okay. I walk to the front of the restaurant and we're leaving, and all the waitresses are outside smoking and they're pointing at me and laughing.
I don't think that's what happened.
Yes, they were. Because I didn't even know until I was just kind of looking around, like cars coming, and I turn around and they're all dying laughing and looking at me. And I was just like, leave me alone. Like I wasn't trying to I didn't do this in front of everybody. I wasn't obvious. It was so obvious that I was trying to not do it for attention. I was very hidden, filming this, and like they were completely making fun of me, and it just like totally sucked, and it like killed my vibe.
So here's
it
the thing.
reminded me of high school, and I hated high school.
If you saw our social media at Kenzie and Roman, Kenzie, she showed out with her outfit. I mean, she literally had country, sexy country was her outfit. That was her theme, okay? And so she's rocking this big old red cowboy hat, these amazing boots from Akira, like these cowboy boots. She had little shorts on. She had a little tank top on that like, wasn't covering a lot. So she was a walking like attention girl, right? So we're walking towards the restaurant and she's like, oh my God, people are making fun of me. I'm like, what are you talking about? That person in that car made fun of me. I go, how do you know that they're making fun of you?
I get when someone points at you and laughs like out loud.
I would say that you got a lot of attention because of what you were wearing, and that's not necessarily making fun of you. That is like, you stand out in Madison, Wisconsin.
You can tell the difference. Like I give people attention for what they're wearing, and I'll be like, oh, like, and I'll clap, and I'll do something
well, they
cute.
honk. They're like, honk, honk.
No, not the honkers. I'm talking about the people in the car looking at me and just pointing and laughing. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so that being said, though, I'm painting a picture here, and so we go into the restaurant looking the way you do in that outfit, which again, super hot outfit, but it was very like, I mean, you're not, it's very.
But I just feel like you can tell when someone's obviously going to an event. Like I was obviously dressed on a theme. Yeah. It wasn't like, this is so weird. Because this happened to me one year when we were dressed up for the Renaissance Fair, and I still looked cute. It wasn't like, oh my God, you look so crazy. And we went to Cooper's Hawk after, and the girl was completely laughed at me because I was in a Renaissance Fair outfit. And I'm like, well, we obviously just came from the Renaissance Fair.
Right, but you have to understand, it doesn't fit into the restaurant. So
I understand. I just feel like I've never been like that with people. Like, it's like a bridal party walking in, they're all wearing a theme, like, or like a bachelorette. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, you can tell when someone's clearly like going to a themed thing. So who cares?
My point is though, here's this cowgirl, this like sexy cowgirl who's eating poke bowls and bao buns, and then sneaks off to the back of the parking lot to do like a TikTok dance.
They must have been following me or something.
These Madison, Wisconsin girls, like, what the hell is going on?
It was like, but you don't have to point at me and laugh. Like, I would never. I feel like I'm so supportive of women. And I would be like, good for you. If I saw a girl doing that, I'd be like, oh my God, good for you. Because, like, it's so easy to be self-conscious about that. Way to go. Your dance looks cute. And, like, these bitches just, like, were being mean. And, like, again, if I went right into the front of the restaurant and did that in front of traffic and in front of that, and it was like, oh my God, this girl really wants to, like, show out. I was so clearly trying to hide. I was so embarrassed. And it's like, you don't have to make it worse.
Let me ask you a question. In your mind, where was the perfect spot that you were going to do this TikTok Morgan Wallen dance?
I wanted to find a parking lot spot. Like, I didn't know, maybe, like, we hadn't been to the Charger yet, but I kind of wanted to do it like in a parking lot somewhere.
Yeah.
So where we charged or where we parked or whatever, if it wasn't very busy.
And you thought it'd be empty? Like you thought like...
No, but I knew that we were going to a restaurant early. Like I knew all those things. So I figured I could find, we were going to have to walk to the restaurant. I figured I could find some parking area that wasn't like slammed.
And we did. We did. But then you weren't feeling it.
No, I was just like, somebody could still see me. Like, and it sucked.
I will say, on social media, we are pretty active. If you follow us, you probably know that. But when it comes to like doing skits or TikTok dances, I'm the same way. I'd be super embarrassed to do it in front of anybody. Like, I'll actually see people that are like filming on the corner or like, and it's just like, oh, it's so cringe. But it's like, you got to do it for the content.
When I see people do it, I'm not like, oh, they're so cringy. But I think I'm a disgusting piece of crap when I do it. Like, if I saw two girls right now, like, we're doing our podcast. If I looked outside and saw people, like, dancing and doing it, I'm like, oh, they're doing a cute TikTok. Like, who cares, right? And, like, I've been in downtown Chicago and seen people do, like, a cute video, like, on the street.
Yeah.
I never think anything negative. If anything, I try to, like, get out of their way so their video is cute. But it was my worst nightmare because guess what? Everything that I think people think about when they see me, it was fucking confirmed because they were all laughing at me.
I think they were just really impressed with your outfit and your dancing skills.
Because not what, so I'm dressed in that big theme outfit, which I don't, but if they were impressed by it, they would have complimented me once. No one in that restaurant complimented me once. So I don't think they were all outside admiring me when I was in the restaurant, and they certainly weren't. And I even complimented something the waitress was wearing. So it wasn't like a weird, like I was very nice, and they don't have to compliment the outfit. They could have fucking hated the outfit. That's fine. But my point is, I don't think they were admiring me.
I was admiring you. And
I wanted to die.
Everybody who was commented and liked our photos was admiring your outfit and everything. And you look amazing.
It just sucks.
That's one thing too, is that like, Kenzie is very, very stylish, and she really showed out when it comes to this concert. She really did. And I was thinking to myself, because I wore like a Morgan Wallen t-shirt that you had gotten for me, and like and like gym shorts that were black that matched it.
Yeah.
And like I wore some like cool Jordan kicks, But I was like, I can't match that energy as a guy. And I was like, what outfit would have matched that energy as a guy? Like, I feel like girls, y'all can really show out and really like you accessorize. And from a guy,
there's a lot of guys who accessorize though and do cool stuff.
I mean, what? I would have worn a cowboy hat. Like, what would I have done to make my outfit?
You could have worn layers. Like some guys have like.
It was 100 degrees.
Well, I had layers on, but I'm saying
no,
like.
You didn't. You had a tank top on.
But my boots were thigh highs. You don't think that was hot? I didn't deal with that.
It was on layers. You said layers.
Layers.
Yeah.
Because I had socks on under them.
Oh, okay, sorry. Socks on.
So get over it. But I'm saying guys wear layers, or like some guys have cool looking like belts, or do like different kind of watches to go with certain styles, or necklaces.
An Apple Watch.
Right. So like, but some guys would have like, they may have like a gold thing. They could have had like a belt with a little bit of turquoise on it. Yeah. And then you could have worn like, so there's like cool guy jewelry. Like you could have like a necklace that was kind of cool or Western. Like you could do like stylish things. Like you're probably not going to be as glitzy as me. Yes. Like you're not going to be rhinestoned out.
Yeah.
But there's like definitely cool things that guys can do.
I like to like be the guy behind the guy, where it's like, I let my girl shine. I don't want to take any shine away from you. I'm not trying to like overshadow you.
I'm not worried about that.
I'm not trying to overshadow you with my outfits.
I'm not worried about it if you want to start. But my point is that I liked how you looked. There's no big deal.
Thank you.
But if you're saying like, oh, I don't know how I could, like, there's guys who do like accessorize.
Well, to be fair, I wasn't really implying that I wanted to amp it up. I was just like, what? Besides wearing a Morgan Wallen t-shirt, shorts to match, a cool pair of kicks, and a or a frontwards baseball cap. Like, what could I have really worn on 100-degree day? I understand
I would
layers,
say like,
but
I would have said, if I was like, I guess dressing you right, I would have done a different kind of short. You could still wear shorts, but something like a little more like, we just got you these cool like kind of hiker looking shorts.
Yeah, I wish I wore those for sure.
But then you could have had like maybe like a jersey unbuttoned, or like a button up unbuttoned. You could have done like a cool belt then with it. You could have done like little pieces like that.
Yeah, it's not me,
with like a tank top underneath, like a shirt, like to have it open or something like that. Like that would be like how you do it as a guy. You don't need to do that.
Yeah, for sure. So anyway, let's talk about these boots. You got these boots. They were beautiful. People were talking about them, like, and commenting about them and everything. They were really, really stunning boots. And we parked. So here's what we did. I had a vision here. The parking situation wasn't ideal for Camp Randall in Madison. A lot of the parking lots were already sold out, like
and
pre-parking.
Can I say, I was excited to go here because I was like, oh, it's a college stadium. Mm-hmm. They're gonna probably have a huge parking lot because like tailgating and stuff. I am so fucking sick. It should be illegal to build a stadium without a fucking parking lot. Once again, smack dab in the middle of a neighborhood, they put a stadium, and I'm so tired of it.
I have to correct you.
How dare you?
I have to correct you because people keep fact checking us. There are many parking lots around Camp Randall.
But it should be a huge thing.
The majority of them were sold out because it was a pre-parking situation. You had to buy your pass ahead of time. So they did have lots. Like this stadium does have lots. We just were not part of them. And also by design, I didn't want to be part of them because my thought process was this. It is in a small town in Madison. Mm-hmm. And I knew that all 60,000 people going to the show and then 60,000 people trying to leave the show, it'd be a nightmare. So my vision all along was, let's find a place about 20 minutes away. We can walking distance. We can park somewhere and walk for about 20 minutes to get to the stadium. And then when the show is over, we can walk for 20 minutes and kind of avoid all the traffic jams and everything to get to our car and get home. In theory, that was a very, very good idea, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you doing this?
Mm-hmm.
You okay?
So we park. Ghetto. Okay, we'll go in like an alley. We'll pay a guy at his home $20 to be able to park in his yard.
Very nice guy, though.
Well, he was nice, but I'm not a fan of doing this because I did this in Tampa when I went to a Bucks game with my dad. It was a Bucks-Bears game, and I took my dad. He was visiting. I'm like, oh, you should come in for the Bears game. And we did. And the guy tried to fuck us over because we paid, $30 to park, whatever it was. Yeah. And when we got back to the car, he's like, okay, you got to pay me now. And I go, what? And he goes, you didn't pay me when you parked. I go, yes, I did. I go, you let people park first and then pay after. I go, you're so full of shit. And he goes, you owe me money. Like, this is illegal. I go, call the fucking cops if I didn't pay you. And I almost hit this guy. I'm not even kidding. I got in my car. I started driving. He stood behind it. I go, I'll run you over. Like, it got so my dad's like, oh my God. And I go, no. If I didn't pay you, then get police officers here because you're full of crap. And I'm going to stop every other person that parked in your yard to see if they paid before or after.
Yeah.
I go, because if you think you're going to scam everyone because they're all showing up at different times, I'll wait here.
Yeah.
Like, I was livid. So I'm already not a fan of doing it because I almost ended up in prison before. Okay. So we're paying a guy to park in his yard. I'm like, okay, I know how this goes. And I go, are you going to be out here at night? He goes, oh, I'm going to bed. I'm old. I'm like, okay, good. Because I don't like to mess with these people anymore. So do that. Then we hike. So then we hike like 20 minutes. It's like, it is hell out. It's so hot.
It's so hot. But your feet were okay. You weren't like in pain.
I was okay. Listen, I am very good at walking in heels. Okay. So I'm like, no problem. We did 20-minute walk there. We had already walked 10 minutes to the restaurant, 10 minutes back. I tried to dance for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So that didn't go well.
Yeah.
Now we walked 20 minutes to the stadium and I was honestly fine. We get to the stadium and they corral us in to the world's hottest building.
Oh, it was hot. Yeah, it was sticky.
I couldn't breathe, and I actually thought I was going to pass out.
Well, we messed up.
I couldn't breathe.
Yeah, you were bad. We messed up because our ticket said gate 9.
Yeah.
And then the first gate we saw was gate 1. So we're like, oh, can we go in? He goes, yeah, come on in here. So we go in through gate 1, and it was like just a sea of people. It was so crowded.
And there's no like airflow.
Yeah, it was
and
hot.
It's harder when you're short because you're really like I'm having belly buttons like hit me in the face. I'm like, oh my God. I can't see. I can't breathe. I actually thought I was going to pass out.
Yeah, I thought you were going to pass out too. So
I got emotional.
It was really bad. We get to our seats. Great seats.
Wait.
It was awesome. Huh? What?
Not great seats.
Why?
Not great seats.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We walk into the stadium. I'm like, finally. Mind you, I'm coming off of, I think I'm going to faint. Okay? I'm coming off of getting bullied by a bunch of waitresses.
You're not getting bullied.
Who made me feel like crap about myself. Then I thought I was going to pass out. Okay, you know how you're like entering a stadium? I'm like, I just want to sit down, just like chill for a second. I turn. Immediately no. I've seen what I need to see. It's fucking bleachers.
Not the group, like bleachers. Bleachers, it's like bleachers.
Bleacher seating. And then I immediately scan because I'm like, is there an option to not sit in bleachers? No. The whole fucking stadium is bleachers. And I can promise you, I paid enough to have a back on my seat. Okay. Yeah. These were the most expensive concert tickets I ever bought. And so now I'm in pain when I'm standing and when I'm sitting, like all night. And this is also the longest concert I'm ever going to go to because we want to watch the opener, the co-headliner, and the headliner. Like, I was, like, it was so hot.
It's so confusing to me because, like, I had no problem with bleachers. And mind you, I'm a Cubs fan my whole life. I would go to the bleachers at Wrigley Field, like you're in the bleachers. So, listen, Kenzie is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous girl. I think she's very attractive. And one of the things that I love about her the most is she's a thicker girl, right?
Don't love this.
She's not thick, skinny. She knows that. I know that. I love that about her. She has a shape to her, right? She's got a big booty. And she's complaining about the bleed. I go, don't you have more padding than like most where like this doesn't affect you at all? For sure you have more padding than me, and I'm fine in the bleachers. So explain why it affected you so bad.
I don't know. It fucking hurts. It hurts. It hurts to not have a back on my seat because if you have boobs, like you want some back support. That hurts the whole time. My ass didn't even fit on the bleacher. That's probably why. It's hanging off the back. It's hanging off the front. I'm too fucking fat for that thing. It's a little landing strip that I can't even fit on.
You're not fat. You're perfectly thick.
It's so frustrating. And then the problem is people will F around and try to get more seat than you. This is why I like seats. And like there was a girl next to me who was trying to she was trying to be so cute. She was like 19 and she was trying to have like a lot of space for her boyfriend. And I'm like, scoot it. She's like, well, he just needs, I don't give a fuck. Okay, we're all getting an equal, like scoot. Like Wait, I'm not playing with you guys.
I just got word from our producer that you have set a record for most F-bombs in one episode.
Because
You're really
so
on
upset.
one today. You're really on one.
I was so upset. I couldn't believe it. It was just like, it was like 8,000 degrees. I almost fainted. I got made fun of by an entire group of waitresses. And then I find out I'm going to sit in a bleacher for the next like 7 hours.
So really fast.
I was like, I can't believe what's happening.
I had a great time. I was wearing a black shirt, which I probably shouldn't have in the sun. Black shirts are not the best to wear in the sun. But thankfully the seats you bought, you didn't even know this, but they were actually in the shade.
Thank God.
Across the way from us, they were in the sun for like literally till about 8:30 p.m. p.m.
or later even. I mean, it was bad.
So if it was like 100 degrees for us in the shade, it had to be like 130 for them. So we lucked out with that.
I would have cried if I were that.
Here's the funny part: when she was about to pass out in like the concourse, because it was so packed, we went in gate one. I went to get her a drink because she was like,
Dying.
"Give me some alcohol." You had some really funny drink requests. I'm like, babe, they're not going to have that. What did you want? Like a freaking margarita or a daiquiri?
Well, I was like, if they do have like a bar that makes anything.
They had Trulies, they had beer, and then like
I was hoping that they would have. Sorry that it's 1,000 degrees and we paid $900 to be in the venue. They're gonna charge you $30 for a fucking drink. God forbid they have one of those like slushy machine drinks. No. God forbid.
So I went like 4 stands over, and I was able to actually get twisted tea because you wanted like.
I don't really like vodka seltzers. That's my problem. Yeah. That's obviously mainly what's at these venues now. So I'm like, I guess maybe try to get me something like tea based. I don't like vodka seltzers.
So I go up because I love you. I go like 4 stands over to get twisted tea. But the funny part is like when I was coming back, right next to our aisle to go to our seats was gate 9. So we went into gate 1 and we're stuck in a sea of people for probably about a half hour to get to our seats. When literally, had we followed the instructions on the ticket and gone into gate 9, we would have been boom in. Well, you wouldn't have passed out. You would have been fine, and it would have been a much more enjoyable experience getting to our seats.
It would have been nice if the guy that we asked would have been like, if I were you, I'd just go right around, because we didn't know where to go. Yeah. So we're like, can we go in here if we're supposed to go to gate 9? He's like, oh, sure. He should have said, you're gonna get stuck in there. Like, that would have been nice. I mean, it's not like his fault, but I would have loved a little. I was asking because I don't know.
Yeah. So we are obviously living in Chicago, suburbs of, and Kenzie grew up in Minnesota. And who did we see literally out of 60,000 people, the row behind us, like 4 people over to our right? Who did we run into?
So I hear someone go, Kenzie. And like, I turn around. And you know when you have to stare at somebody for like 30 seconds? Because if you haven't seen someone's face in a long time and you're not expecting to see them, it's like, it actually like takes a second to like compute in your brain. And it was a couple named Justin and Mackenzie, ironically.
Yeah.
I went to high school with them. They're married with a daughter, and I'm the one who got them to date.
Wow.
And they said it to you.
They did, yeah.
They credit me for being together because Justin was interested in Mackenzie, and she wasn't. And I convinced her, I go, he's a really nice guy. He's really into you. He's cute. You guys would be cute together. And I had to talk her into going on a date with him.
That's awesome.
Like, and I was like the forceful, like, just try. You dated this jerk. Go try it. He seems so nice. He's so into you. Look at all the nice things he said to me about you. Like, I tried. And ironically, they're named Mackenzie and Justin.
And for those that don't know, my first name is Justin. I know we're Kenzie and Roman, but I'm Justin Roman.
Yeah.
So a Mackenzie, a Justin, they're Mackenzie and Justin, and they were sitting out of 60,000 people, one row behind us to the right. And to make it even crazier, where does her parents live?
Her parents had recently moved into the same neighborhood where my parents live in Minnesota. It's just like really weird because like I never see her. She lives in Minnesota. I've probably seen her once since I graduated high school, like bumped into her one time because her parents are in that neighborhood. That's why I bumped into her because they're in my parents' neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you doing here? We had that conversation. I mean, if we had each other's numbers and we're texting, we couldn't have bumped into each other.
Crazy.
We couldn't have. It's so crazy. And the fact they're sitting literally directly behind us was so insane. It was so funny. They're so nice.
They were so nice, so nice. And we obviously all love Morgan Wallen. And if you think about it for a second, he wasn't going to Minnesota this tour. He wasn't coming to Chicago this tour.
Right.
So Madison, Wisconsin's actually in between both where we are.
Because they're like, why are you here? And I go, well, he's not going to Chicago. Yeah. And then vice versa for them. Because they're like, where'd you see him last time? We're like, Wrigley, where'd you see him last time? They saw him at a venue in Minneapolis. So it's like we both bridged the gap. Like I would have never bumped into him otherwise ever. So it's so funny.
It was really cool. So just to kind of go over the show, Ella Langley was awesome. Like, I mean, she is, I keep saying up and comer, but she's here, man. She's here to stay. She's a great style, great voice. She's very, she's more twangy than a lot of artists that are out there right now. I think that works to her benefit. I think she's got that really, really unique sound.
Yeah.
Miranda Lambert, obviously, she's been huge for a long time. And like, this was a great tour for her to be on right before Morgan Wallen because like all you girls, all you crazy girls, y'all love what she's singing about and everything, you know?
Yep.
And Morgan, Morgan was awesome. I had such a great time. It was very new album heavy, which I love the new album. And I do feel like I love the concert more than you did.
Yeah.
But I love Morgan Wallen. I mean, he's my guy, you know, so it was really, really cool. And, you know, we had a lot of fun. Actually, if you're a fan of Morgan and you weren't able to go to the show, I posted a lot of content up on our socials at Kenzie and Roman. Actually, if you go to mine at Live with Roman on Instagram, I made a highlight reel, if you will, where you can actually go on my Instagram page and you can see all the performances. Like I'm that's one thing that I do. I really take concerts seriously. I film and then I post and I got so many DMs and people be like, oh, thank you so much for taking us along on this journey, you know, because like not everyone can go. So if I could bring like the concert to you, that's what I try to do. Put a bunch of stuff on TikTok as well on YouTube. So you could definitely see the concert. You gotta go somewhere. I feel like you're being very antsy right now.
No, I was just going to comment on what you were saying.
And so the concert was awesome. Leaving was probably my least favorite part of the night because it's a sea of people, 60,000 people leaving the venue. We're not from Madison. We don't really know like where to go. And I'm kind of counting on Google to like guide us. But like Google with that many people, service is spotty, not really. So we walk about maybe 5-7 minutes the wrong way. I tell her we got to turn around and go. She's pissed.
I wanted to punch him in the face. I was so mad.
She was not happy.
I'm in pain. Like my feet really hurt now. I've been genuinely uncomfortable at this point for probably 6 hours. Like my feet hurt. The bleacher hurt. We've been drenched in sweat. We're still drenched in sweat at night because there's also all these people. It's like I've been sweating for 7 hours. My feet hurt, my back hurts, and you're telling me I just walked like 10 minutes in the wrong direction, especially because I had said his GPS wasn't working, and I go, I think we should just stop for a second and figure out where we are. And he's like, whoa, we'll just keep walking.
Hold on a second. Why did we go that way in the first place?
I said
because of you.
Oh,
True or false?
True
or false? You wanted
you're
to.
Gonna
like,
piss
well, no,
me
gate
off.
one's over there. I'm like, okay, fine.
I go, well, we walked this way, right? Because your phone's not working, and you're looking down, you're not paying attention. I'm like, should we just stop? Should we just wait for it to load? No. And I go, okay. And then you're like, did we walk this way? And I go, well, did it? Like, I'm trying to talk it out with you. You're not even looking at me. You're waiting for your phone to load. And like 4 times, I'm like, shouldn't we just stop and see? Because like, my thought process was even like, maybe we could go down a street or two and get out of this.
Yeah.
And you're not looking, but you keep reaching your hand back to hold my hand, but you're running me into people because you're not focused. I'm like, I'm going to kill him.
This is what I was dealing with. And so now we got on the right path. And
I was overstimulated.
It's about a 20-minute walk to the car. Now, mind you, it's still the right choice because Ubers will not come to the venue. You cannot park by the venue and then also be able to expect it to leave because it's a parking lot. It's a jam-packed parking lot. So parking off about 20-minute walk was actually the right call, but her feet were killing her, and now she's irritable, and now she's pissed. She's like almost crying in pain because her feet are hurting so bad. But like we have no, we
and
we
I'm so hot. Like I have these thigh-high boots on, and you guys like. I just need to take them out. Like so freaking hot. Like it's like we couldn't get away from the heat because it was so. It looked like The Walking Dead out. Like you couldn't get air and a part of it is honestly because I'm so short. So I'm really trapped. Like your head was probably getting air, but like I just felt like I couldn't breathe. And I'm like, oh my God.
There was nothing else we could do because I couldn't call for an Uber and like so we had to walk to our car.
And this is why you said I was fidgety earlier. This is why I am not the world's biggest concert person. I love music. This is what people don't get about me. They're like, oh, you don't like music? I love music. I am not a huge concert person. It stresses me out. I hate spending hours getting there. I hate spending hours leaving. I always end up mad. You spend a bunch of money to be mad and uncomfortable and in pain. I would have never went to Taylor Swift. Love her. I wouldn't have gone. I love Beyonce. I love her so much. Yeah. She was at Soldier Field. I'm not going. Like, I only went because you really want to go and that's your gift. Like, I hate dealing with that. I would prefer, if nobody else were going besides me, I would go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like if Beyonce
show.
Performed for me, I would love to be there. Or a limited capacity. Mm-hmm. I get so much anxiety and it stresses me out so much. And, like, it ends up not being fun for me. Because, like, I always feel like I can't breathe, and that like anxiety flares up.
I had a blast, and I want to thank you for the birthday present. I'm sorry you didn't have as much fun as I did, but I had a lot of fun. And
it was fine, and I knew I'd feel that way. Like I was not like, yay, Morgan Wallen. Like I'm like, I know I'm gonna feel this way. I know it's gonna be a lot. I'm doing this because I love you. It's the same way I had to be about Taylor Swift. I'm like, I'm not going to have fun because getting in and out of Soldier Field is going to give me such bad anxiety. I'm going to cry at least 3 times. And I know that.
Yeah.
But I did that for you. That was another one of your birthday gifts. So I do it for you. I already knew that, but I wanted to clarify when people are like, oh, did you not like the concert? I'm just like that about even concerts I want to go to. If it's not an easy in-out situation, I love the United Center. It's never hard to get into your car at the United Center. It never is. I can handle it. I want every concert for the rest of my life to be the United Center. It's weather controlled. It's air conditioning. And it's easy to get in and out of. That's my jam right there, baby.
You're a homebody. You want to be home, you know?
I do. I'm like, we could just listen to his album and go get awesome food and awesome drinks.
Which we've listened to that album. Yes. There's 37 songs on the new album. We've listened to them probably exclusively for the past month and a half. It was awesome. It was a really, really cool weekend. Very, very excited about that. We've talked a long time about this concert and about this weekend. Cause we wanted to kind of take you along, you know, you see all the videos and all the pictures of us smiling, having a good time. But as you can tell,
I cried 3 times.
As you can tell from Kenzie's stories, it was not all smiles and giggles, you know?
It wasn't.
Why don't we do another concert or festival next week? But this time, why don't we do it on TV?
Oh, I see what you're doing.
You see what we're doing?
Yeah.
Little tease. All right, Kenzie and Roman are going to expand our brand to TV. Our next episode, we'll be telling you guys about where we were, where we are, where you can watch it. We're very excited about it. But spoiler alert, it is an outdoor concert / festival. So please wear shoes that are comfortable, okay?
I'm not going to do that. And you know that.
Once again, you cannot spell romance without Roman.